So this earlier this month, elections in Virginia hinged heavily on parents being outraged at the goings on in the education system. CRT, the teaching of all sorts of things that verge on pornography, fear mongering over COVID, climate, guns, and so forth and so on. So really a two-part question. What is your message to parents in Minnesota when there is growing concern around CRT and everything else being taught in schools? What can we learn from Virginia? And what can you as governor do to rectify this wrong? We'll start with Mayor Murphy.
Yeah, that was a great victory in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin, the Republicans, I'm proud of them for what they did. More importantly, I'm proud of the people in their state for actually showing up and voting, and that's what we need in 2022. We need our parents to stay mad and upset and angry and involved and take their school boards back and take our state back with us. That's how we're going to win in 2022. But critical race theory, indoctrination, whatever brand that they want to call it next week or the week after, once they start changing the name of the same program that's going on for years and years and years, has to come to an end. We have to get back to teaching our children the basics. Reading, writing, math, civics. Where's the Constitution taught at in our classrooms again? Where's American exceptionalism? Where is making America great in there? Because this country is great. We're the greatest social experiment in the entire planet. We have to keep that going. We have to let our students know that freedom and prosperity is in this country. There is no hate. There is no division. Racism is bad. The entire gambit of the educational system needs to be changed. We also have to hold the bad teachers accountable, ladies and gentlemen. They want to hold police officers accountable. We need to start holding teachers accountable. And if that means removing the teacher tenure to do that and start firing the bad teachers, then that's what we have to do. We have to have choice. We have to have school vouchers. We have to promote homeschooling. We have to have all of the programs for everybody. Parents make the best decision. Families make the best decision for their families and their students. And that's what we need to enforce in our state, in our communities. And that's exactly what I do as governor, is stand up to the radical left. Education Minnesota teachers unions. We all know Tim Walz is just a mouthpiece for the teachers unions. We have to stand up to the machine and start fighting back.
Let the record show that while Governor Walz will not send in the National Guard to enforce order, I will. Please hold your response till the end of the question. Dr. Shah.
Nobody wants to ride with Ryan anyway, so.
Critical race theory is racism. Let's be honest about what it is. We cannot allow this racism in our schools. It has no place in civil society. What was becoming rapidly a colorblind society in this country saw racism resurrected for political ends by Barack Obama. And they haven't stopped since. The teachers' unions wants your kids to divide people based on the color of their skin, not the content of their character. That's not the America my parents came to. It's not the America that I'm going to raise my children in. And the teachers' unions are completely beholden to this Marxist, racist concept that America is anything but the greatest country, the most equitable and prosperous country that humans have ever created. Tim Walz and the radical left will continue to funnel money towards programs that take away your choice as parents. How about we put that choice back in your hands? How about the dollars follow the kid? So regardless of what's happening in their school, you have choices. You can be funded to homeschool, parochial, private. We know what the policy prescription is here, and the time is right. The schools are failing kids in North Minneapolis. The teachers' unions don't care about those kids at all. Not one bit. And they'll leave those kids to rot in failing schools, taught by failing teachers. I want to give those parents a choice. I want to give all of you a choice. We made the difficult decision this year to pull our kids out of public school. We have the means to do that. Good. But where is that opportunity for all Minnesotans? They all deserve the right to choose the best education for their kids. The schools are the battleground of the future. And it's time we took that battle back and taught our kids that America is the greatest country and that your education will teach you some actual things, not how to divide.
Mr. Martin.
Empowering parents is key. School choice is key. And I mean real school choice, where you get to take your children wherever you'd like. Maybe even homeschooling. Why can't you get a voucher just to homeschool your own children. That would maybe make the difference between people homeschooling or sending them to a private or a public school. It also requires us all to be parents. I have 4 children. We have kids all the way from elementary to college right now. I know what this feels like. This is absolutely insane. When our children were going through school and they're being taught crazy things like you take a triangle and a line and a square and somehow make a math question out of that versus just 2 plus 3 plus 1. That's just ridiculous. We need to empower our local school districts so that they can set their own curriculum and be more responsive to the local people. That is how we fix education.
Senator Gazoka.
Keep in mind, we've got to have Governor, House, and Senate to do this. Without a doubt, if you think about what kids are learning today, and if they graduate and they leave school and they don't know that they're citizens of the greatest country in the world, we fail. We fail. And so we've got to fight for our kids. There's nothing wrong with talking about our flaws, nothing wrong with it at all. But what about all the many triumphs in America? That's how you get a better picture of who we are. And they're not getting the triumphs. And we had to fight to get a 2-year delay on the education social studies standards because they want to not talk about George Washington, World War I, World War II, the Holocaust. So then it comes down to if you don't know any idea where you came from, you have no idea where you're going. And so you have kids that would say that the American flag is a racist symbol. And you go, how in the world did this happen? So as governor, having the House and Senate, absolutely we need to have more choice for our kids. That's why you have many people leaving the public schools, kids going to Christian school or homeschool because they don't feel like they're getting good civics. We need the public school to be successful, so we have to be able to rein some of that attitude in because it is not helping. It is not helping at all. And so school choice is a big deal. Our minority communities are asking for it now. They're saying, look, our schools in Minneapolis and St. Paul are failing. They're now standing with us at press conferences saying, we need choice, and we're going to give it to them.
Senator Benson.
Thank you. Parents are the primary educators of their children. You start with that. That means you appoint an education commissioner who believes, and a legislature that works with you, to empower parents. That means you see the curriculum. The mom in Roseau who said, I'd like to see what my 5th grader is going to read, and the teacher said, you don't need it? Oh, no, that is not how this works. Number 2, money follows the child. Because that way, our schools compete and they rise to the challenge. And teachers partner with parents because when parents put their money into a school, they're going to pay attention to that school. And you're going to get better outcomes for those kids. 3rd, high standards, no excuses. We have let education standards slide in this state. 2013, the Democrats removed the math standard as a graduation requirement. So kids can graduate, but they don't know math. That makes absolutely no sense. We have the 2nd largest opportunity gap. Our minority students are further behind our general population than all but one other state. Ladies and gentlemen, it is immoral. It is immoral to leave children trapped in failing schools. Full stop. We give those parents the money. We help them make choices for their children where there are places with high standards, where we expect good outcomes, because it's about the potential of every child in this state. That's education policy in the Benson administration.
Senator Jensen, you have 2 minutes.
My friends, we are seeing a lesson being taught to us in Minnesota, Virginia, and across the land. And the lesson is in leadership. And the teachers in this situation are the parents. Many people were surprised with the Virginia results. Many people in Minnesota were not. Because they saw the mama bears and the papa bears, they saw the parents and the grandparents leading on these questions. In Minnesota, a cookie cutter approach doesn't work. Parents are frustrated with political leadership. There's been multiple opportunities to have the funding follow the kids, but it hasn't happened. There was nothing done this past session in terms of boldly blowing open our system of public education and making it more successful so that we honor the work that homeschoolers do, that we have more private schools, that we let parents use a chunk of the funding that follows each child to be used towards a private school, more charter schools, more options. One size doesn't fit all, and parents recognize this. They were sick and tired of the omnibus bills, of the secrecy, of the backroom deals, of the late 11th hour negotiations between the 4 people and the governor while the other 197 legislators sat around. They took this energy to Virginia, and they gave us all hope. This is an absolute success for the parents of Minnesota who rolled up their sleeves. And in Northeast, South, and West, they met, they went to their school boards. Their school boards, in some situations, were receptive, and in many were not. They found the FBI involved. They persisted. We owe a debt of gratitude to the parents because the funding should follow the kids. Critical race theory is wrong. We have got to allow local control to take over as much as possible. But on this one, parents told us what they thought of political leadership versus real leadership, which is truth-telling, and which is resisting groupthink, and which is being unflinching and speaking for all voices.
And you are over time, Senator Benson? All of you Bensons? No. Jensen, sorry about that. When you hear the ding, that's your cue. Just, by the way, you did a great job remotely. It's not easy talking to a screen, let me tell you.